Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Adani Limited Q3 FY24 earnings conference call hosted by ICICI Securities. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. If you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Amit Dixit from ICICI Securities. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Dixit.
Thanks, Michelle. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining the call today. At the outset, I would like to thank the management for giving us an opportunity to host the call. From the management today, we have Dr. Sanjay Kumar Jha, CMD, and Mr. K. Muthu Kumar, Director, Production and Marketing. Without much ado, I would invite Dr. Jha for opening remarks. Post which we will open the floor for an interactive Q&A session. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Good morning to all the investors who have joined for this conference call. The quarter 3 results of Adani has almost, a mixed type of performance. The first one, I'll like to mention about the positive aspect that VOP and the sales, there's a substantial growth in that side. But at the same time, we had some pressure on the profit, that is PBT and PAT. There are various reasons for that we'll be talking as we progress with this call. But the one good thing is that we have many new achievements the company has achieved during this period, which includes on the front of I'll say the product development and export. So many new products we have developed, and then also we have done the export also. And in this point also, I like to mention here that in aerospace, the order book also has improved substantially. And when I talk about the aerospace, it is going mainly for the high-end applications, which includes that super alloys, titanium alloys, and some of the very unique special grade steels also. And those things have a long-term potential, I say, in the business of the company. And not only this will give the requirement of our national the fleet of aircrafts, but also will be having a very good potential to enter with in the supply chain of leading aerospace companies of the world. So that is the one part. And second part, that to meet the challenges which company is facing for export, like having the certification for NADCAP and many other parts, that some of the like S400 type of certification. So we are working towards that, and there also there is a good progress. Recently we have commissioned the 2 unique facilities in our Hyderabad premises, which includes magnetic particle fluorescence testing, and then it is also the magnetic particle. It is all required for testing of the finished components. So this is required mainly for the aerospace components. And earlier also, as I mentioned about isothermal facility, so we have achieved a very good progress in our endeavor to see that how we can improve our some of the areas like for making the aerospace materials. And also another very important part is our development of infrastructure or the equipment side is modernization of our downstream facility, where we have a lot of progress in the bar and wire, our facility where the wire drawing, then finishing operations, then heat treatment. That facility also has taken a very good change. I will say very good growth is there. And from that segment, we are getting now the very good business. There is a substantial increase in our turnover. And I am seeing that the potential will be almost, if you see, compared to the last financial year of 22-23, and this financial year, it must be, I'll say it will be multiple times, not only because it will may touch even the 10 times also from the last year to this year. This is these are the changes which we are very hopeful that things will be going in the fast track mode. And also we have in this quarter, I think, good amount of supply. The first time we have done for a consortium for making the launch vehicle, the PSLV, outside the domain of ISRO. That consortium also we have recently we got the order, and that we are supplying very short time. In fact, earlier used to be a span of maybe 1 year, 1.5 years, or 2 years. But this we are completing in 3 to 4 months. So that shows our capability in the area of our production because of addition of certain facilities in our company. These are things that are giving a lot of momentum in our in servicing this type of requirements on a effective way. I think this much only I can tell you, and many other as we progress, we can reply. And I'll ask people also to participate in that.
Sir, should we open the floor for the Q&A session?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and one on the touchtone phone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use only handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants who wishes to ask questions may please press star and one now. The first question is from the line of Kush Nahar from Electrum Portfolio Managers. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. The first question was on the raw material pricing. So we have seen, nickel prices coming a bit down. So since the order book execution is around 2 years, so what is the lag time that we keep? So like when can we see the benefit of the falling RM in our numbers in terms of the beta margins?
You have rightly mentioned this is a very valid point. First of all, we have all orders are not very long term for Milani. Many orders we have to service within 3 to 4 months only. So in the single quarter only, order will be coming, then we'll be supplying the material. That impact, definitely we are going to get the benefit in quarter 4, but it will not affect all the supplies. Many things already we have committed, and whatever we have got, probably we can make up. I'll say that whatever we have lost because of when I have taken the order, nickel price was something. In between it has increased. So we cannot say that we will not supply the required quantity or required order. We cannot say that I cannot service the order. So these things are going to, there will be a mixed benefit because of this, but definitely it is going to have the impact. I may something in the 4th quarter, but I will say the effective wave it will start coming from the quarter 1 of next financial year. But this financial is already many melting and all we have already completed. So that will be the impact will be mainly felt in the 1st quarter of next financial year. It's the lower price of the nickel.
So from Q1 of FY25, we can see our EBITDA margins going back to the normal range.
Yeah, definitely it will have. Lab impact.
And just one last question. So one of our competitors, they haven't seen such a big impact on their EBITDA margins in the last 3 quarters like we have seen. So is there any particular reason or how is it?
Can you, if you can mention their, so first of all, you have to see their, what is the product profile. Because just like that competitor, we cannot say, but what is the product profile? I'll tell you, I'll talk about that, but why I'm talking about in case of my case, if you see the total volume of production, superalloy production has gone up substantially. Earlier, if you see, it was 8% of our total volume. In this time, it is 20%. So, this is almost 2.5 to 3 times jump is there in the superalloy production. That's why they have the impact. Probably my competitor may not having so much volume of superalloys. So that can be the reason for that.
Okay, sir. And sir, just one last question. The order book, what would be the split between fixed contract price and the variables? We have majorly fixed prices only whenever we are booking an order?
No, we are having the fixed price only. Variable price, I think nobody is giving as of now. We have the fixed price only. Except earlier we had some orders from the space, but that space order already we have almost getting completed.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nilesh Jethani from BOI Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
8% अभी 20 हो गया ना?
8% to sales है.
40 crore.
So 40 crore से it has gone to 140.
So
Mr. Jethani, I have unmuted your line. Kindly proceed with your question. As there is no response from the current participant, we move on to the next question, which is from the line of Amit Dixit from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, sir. Few questions from my side. The first one is if you can break the revenue that we achieved this quarter between superalloys, titanium, and specialty steel.
What do you say? Can you?
The revenue breakup in this quarter.
Okay. We had almost, if you see, 20% from superalloys, 9% from titanium alloys, and 34% from maraging steel, 27% from special steels, 10% from others. This I am talking about the total up to period ended up to December 2023. And coming to that, if you see compared to last year, this same period, last financial year, that is for December 2022, superalloy was 8%, titanium alloys was 13%, then we had maraging steel 55%, special steel 18%, and 6% others.
Got it. The more strategic level question. So recently, the government has come up with this increased FDI in space sector. Just wanted to understand the implications for us, whether there will be increased competition in the space that might impact us, or it also means that the endeavor of the government is to increase the ventures in space, and therefore the market potential for us would also get significantly increased. How do you see it? Just want to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, FDI in a space is definitely going to give a lot of advantage for the space industry per se. And in the space, Mithani is, I think, one of the major supplier of raw materials. Because the raw material supply for the space goes from Mithani, it is already established. But then, in fact, as you have many other players also are coming for they are also developing the materials, they are also seeing the potential. So it will not only that because of FDI, even for other investment also in the space, there is going to be a good market, but also at the same time we'll have the potential, like challenge also, that there will be competition in the market. So Midhani, we have to be also we have to also we have to take the challenge and get the orders. But definitely it is going to benefit the industry. But the margin which we expect from the margin, there is a pressure on the margin will be there. Because the moment you are going for this competitive bidding and all, whatever margin we operate today, probably that margin we have to cut down and see that we can grab the order.
Okay, understood, sir. On this one, and just, tagging along with the earlier question, if we look at our EBITDA margin, it has gone down, quarter. In Q4 we had this margin of 29%, and now it is down to 14.2%. While some of it might be attributed to your higher proportion of super alloys and lower proportion of titanium. Just wanted to understand that for going ahead in FY25, let's say when things a little bit normalized, what kind of margin and what kind of revenue growth can we build in?
Both, you have rightly pointed out that because of raw material only, last quarter also we have seen quarter 2 also, quarter 3 also. So there is a pressure because of the raw material price. Sometimes the nickel will be affecting, sometimes like moly will be affecting, sometimes cobalt will have the pressure. So these things are going to be there in the market as we progress. Today if the nickel is down, it may go up again because we do not know what is the I'll say the geopolitical situation, so it is governed by that only. So there is a fair chance that again there may be some spike, there may be some further downward trend. I am not for the raw material. There will be an increase only as we progress. This is the one aspect. Second part for the Midhani, because this year we have totally transformed our product profile. And this transformation, I say, is a transition year for Midhani. And the next year, when we are entering in that, further our proportion of super alloy is going to increase in our supply chain. And there is no doubt. And once it is there, but we are going to stabilize it now. I think this year is some sort of a transition, a stabilization. Next year definitely will come back to our original one. But original one, whatever we had the earlier margin of more than 25, that sort I am not expecting. I will be saying that if you are able to reach 20 plus or 20 within 20, it will be very good for the company. And I also think that we should also operate in that level. Because if you are aiming for 25-30, then you will be losing lot of orders coming from the international market or domestic market. It is not good for the company because having installed so much capacity, so much production volume and all, we should try to increase our volume, and that way in absolute terms your profit will increase. But the percentage terms it may remain on the lower side. So that part we have to balance, and I am seeing that possibility is there in the next year. So many things are lined up where I see these things will be coming in that way. Even for the domestic requirement also today, everybody is aware that what is international price. So once we go for the domestic negotiation also and price also, they will compare and then based on that only they will give you the orders. So it is like that type of situation. It is not earlier that it is not, something is not known, and now because of the lot of private companies also are coming, and as you have rightly initially, somebody was saying that FDI. So the investment is coming in the big way. Because people see that defense industry is going to pick up 2 times, 3 times in the next 5 years. Everywhere, defense also is going to increase. Everywhere it will increase. So definitely people are going for increasing their capacity. They are going to acquire the technology. They are going to get the investment. So this now the next 4-5 years, I am seeing a lot of capacity addition will come in India. So not only for the Indian market, but international market also. the sector where we are operating. That's my perception.
And what kind of revenue growth can be penciled, sir?
Revenue growth, we are targeting 20 plus. 20% will be there. Yeah.
Great. Very helpful, sir. I will come back.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Prabir from Ratnabali. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. So my question is regarding the traffic and customer advances. Like in the last 5 years, accumulated traffic is roughly around 800 crores. So is there any link that you lose your customer advances for the
Last word I could not follow.
Yeah, I'm asking that is there any part of customer advances you use for building your traffic?
Okay, customer funded. You're talking about the customer funded project.
Customer advances.
Advances, the customer is not coming now. It's some few cases it will be based on the project and only that the very minuscule numbers. It was not the earlier one which used to get, so that advances are
no,
not.
sir, my question is, have you used your customer advances to build traffic?
Yeah, not now. Earlier we have done this. You are here, I think you are wanted to know that in 800 crores of commissioning, how much customer has given the money?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, I think, one of the, only one I will mention here we have got, that was around 400 plus crores we have got from the customer. That is only for the white placement, which already we have commissioned. For all other capex, it is from our own resources only.
Okay.
We have taken the capex loan, we have also done for our internal source of fund generation from there only.
Okay, sir, my next question is related to competitive landscape. In terms of capability, how do you see you are there in right now in India compared to others? As FDI is also coming, so the competition is expected to grow rapidly. So I just want to understand the capability of the companies that are there, which is in the same domain that you are now.
Yeah, this is a very good question, but answer is very elaborate. So I will try to make it very brief. First of all, you have told about the from others, means other player in this area where Mithani is working. It's true that we are getting competition within the country, and not only within country. Earlier also used to get from the outside also. Today I will say that many places, not only India, we are getting competition from the outside. In fact, if you see the many supplies are coming from the abroad today also, where we are operating. So it is not only from India and from the abroad also it is there. So competition has not come today only, I will say. It is coming from the beginning. Now only thing that you are getting some other players so that quantity and volume levels for us will be distributed. That problem is coming now. Otherwise, competition is there from the earlier also. Now, because of this type of competition, naturally, you cannot you cannot get the orders with a bigger margin. It has to be on the some optimum level. So that based on that only we are getting. Capability wise, Mithani is having excellent capability. Our technology, our domain of working, so much diversity, so much product profile, no other company is having. Probably you can compare in the world also. If you see the type of product profile we are having at a single company, you will not find maybe one and two will be there in the world. So that way we are very much equipped, and if something is down, something will be up. If another thing is down, so we have many things where we can take our company growth based on the market potential. So we are not having any dearth of that type of capability wise. But yes, in industry where we are operating, in any industry per se, the R&D, innovation, and then developing the new products is the order of the day. So that part also we are very much in the line. Lot of, if you see this year itself, I was just showing that 4-5 alloys we have developed, we have exported, and I am expecting that there will be a regular supply for that. And similarly for indigenization also. 2 grades I have developed for our nuclear program. Already we have given to the DARC for evaluation. These things are a very good potential for the company for the future. So Midhani is not working for today. If you see my development, I will make the development for 3 years, 5 years after. Probably whatever today I am developing, I will get the advantage of 4-5 years. This is a culture, the way the company has functioned. So we never shy away that today only if I am investing, next year, month only I should get the result. Many cases we are getting also. But my development is not focused only on the immediate outcome, immediate revenue. So this type of work we are keeping companies putting in a good prospects. So you will find that will be going on.
Sir, my next question is related to nickel and titanium. As most of these are imported materials, so it's very volatile in nature. So is there anything that is going on to supply these materials from domestic sources? I'm asking this because India has a good reserve in titanium. So is there anything that is going on?
Yeah, titanium, India is having the good results, but we are not able to make the sponge because of the investment or technology and economy of scale. There are a number of factors. But now, considering the global scenario, now it has been decided that we should enhance our titanium sponge production capability. So there is some work is going on towards that. Midhani also is part of that team. And recently you also might have seen that DARC has announced that they are going to invest some 26 crores in titanium and all. So there is that I am not getting those things. They will be doing some activity there. But whatever facility today, we are already making the sponge in country. We are going to enhance it. Right now the capacity is very less. Hardly we are meeting the almost 10 to 15% of our requirement. So if we can increase the capacity by 4 to 5 times, we can get the entire requirement from there only. And regarding nickel already, you know that nickel resource is not there in the country. But some move is there to acquire some mines, some facility elsewhere. This work is not in our domain, because this is being done by, I think, the Ministry of Mines. They are trying to do something on this side. And now we are on this nickel mining and nickel production. So that will come maybe afterwards. But titanium, we are trying to take some action on that. But so is the case for other raw materials also, strategic in nature for the defense requirements. There also some activity has started. And at the appropriate time, we will inform you that what is the outcome of that type of activity.
I have last question. Can you please help us by saying your 5 years potential order pipeline?
Pipelines, 5 years. I can talk about today's condition, and I am not forecasting for next 3 years, 5 years. But I'll just give you the overall the defense, the way the defense is operating our space. Defense, we have one thing that for LCA has picked up. LCA is going to be the good numbers. Missile requirements has gone up. Missile export is picking up. Also, we have the LCA also. So we will have that type of potential in the future. But currently, we are operating with around 1750 and so. But we are very many orders are there in the pipeline. So once it gets materialized, we will inform you.
With more thrust on indigenization.
Indigenization is a major thrust now by the ministry also. So a lot of things are planned accordingly.
Okay. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Dipen Vakil from InCred Equities. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. So earlier you mentioned that you are currently in the transformation of the product profile for your company. Can you talk us a little bit more about your upcoming products and their use case as to where you are targeting that use case to come from?
Can you just there's some background noise is there. So I'll request you to repeat further once more that question.
Yeah. So basically what I was asking is that you mentioned that that currently your product profile is in a transformation stage. So can you tell us about your new upcoming products in the near future, like in say next 1 year or so, and your targeted use case as to where do you see this product being utilized, whether in the space division, aircraft division, engine manufacturing division, where do you see this product coming from?
Yeah, this is a very important one. We are see what I am seeing that today the Mizhani's potential and where there is a scarcity of raw material is in the aerospace. And when I say in the aerospace, I say mainly about aero engines. And aero engines not only for our aerospace requirement, even for the energy sector also, for making some turbines for energy power sector, and also in the high end of the oil and gas. So these two areas, the requirement of super alloys, that is for nickel-based alloy, is there, extensive requirement is there. And there only I see the potential where the nickel-based alloys, titanium alloys, and also the cobalt-based super alloys, and some of the special steels also, like maraging steels, and we have some precision hardened steel. So steel is a very wide range, but when I talk about the steel, we are all talking about the high end of the steels only. And some of the super alloys where we have the iron is dominant. So that area I see there is a lot of potential. Many discussions and all we have done, and we are also trying to see that how we can enter in the domestic aerospace, because if you see today, many aerospace manufacturing companies like Tata Advanced System and other companies, Safran, and also the Pratt & Whitney, they are basically buying the raw materials coming from the outside, and they process here, and then they will export it or use in our domestic requirement. So that is I think that area is a very potential one. And they are also interested because now they are getting difficulty in getting the raw material from the outside. So we are trying to fill that gap, and we are trying to observe our ability that wise. So that area we are working extensively. I think this will be the future for Mizhani, and you will see in our next financial year also, that type of supply will be more and more.
Great to know that, sir. So any capex plans, like where are we in the capex plans with our defense corridors, and are we setting up new facilities, and how do you see it going ahead?
Yeah, defense corridor, people are there, but my vision for my company is to serve the material requirement of defense corridor. See, normally Mizhani type of company is to multiply it defense corridor. The gestation time is very high. Like only lot of you have to invest lot of money, and then you require the next 4-5 years. So that much capex getting blocked for so much years may not be advantage for the company. Rather than that, in this complex itself, we can enhance our capacity in very short time. That we are doing regularly here. In this year also, we are investing around 80 crores in the capex, and similar thing is planned for the next year also. And maybe it can increase also depending on the further some of the equipments which we are planning to buy. So that is one area which we have many things, like earlier also I have told, we had a plan for additive manufacturing for metal powder. It's a very unique business, but that equipment is not, we are allowed to get because of certain now restrictions coming from the European countries. And another part is that we are also trying to have one 8,000 ton casting press. So there also we are finding that again it has to come from some European country only. These are the challenges we are facing now. So the capex is on that level. But in small capex also we have many things. We have, like our barn wire drawing facility, we have modernized fully, and it is still on. A lot of equipments are yet to come. That will be one area where our business is going to increase drastically. We have a lot of requirement. We also have one barn rod, very old plant, so that we are trying to see that we can set up a new one. For that, in fact, our sheet rolling also, the cold rolling facility also is very old. So many things are there for modernization, then some of them revamping, some of them additional facility. These things are in the form of the capex. How much we can take it, how much we can invest, that depends on our resource generations and all. But it is a regular affair. We have to put the capex to enhance our productivity.
Thank you so much, sir, and all the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parimal Mithani from Credential Investments. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Just I wanted to your clarification that you guided for 20% growth going forward with improved margins. What makes you so confident about it, sir? If you can let us know.
Good morning. You are telling about confidence level.
So, what you said 20% growth for going forward, and what gives you that optimism, sir, like going ahead?
We have additional facility we have added that you might have, and if you are following Midhani, then you might have seen a lot of additional new facilities have come. So definitely we are going to get the output coming from that. No?
We'll be focusing on more titanium super alloys.
So more titanium super alloys will be focused on that side.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So that will come from there also. For melting and downstream facilities, a lot of things are there.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Malay Samir from Breakthroughs in Stock Markets. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. I just heard you say that Midhani is a unique company with large size and amongst the best in the world. Can you quantify two areas where you feel that your advantage, competitive advantage, is way ahead of the competition, including the world competition?
The first part is, you want only the two areas, no? So we have a very strong R&D and technological base. This is the one part we are having. And second part is that we have a very committed workforce. So I think these two factors only are responsible for this.
So this R&D is indigenous, or have you sourced from somewhere, or is it a area which does not allow others to progress quickly?
I cannot tell you that others are not getting the advantage. I say that whatever we are having, that I can tell you. Our R&D is based on the very long standing. We are not started today. The foundation of Midhani, only if you see in 1973 when the company was established, it came out from the DMRL, that is Defense Metallurgical Research Laboratory, located next to Midhani. Our boundary wall itself we are sharing with the DMRL, which is DRDO lab. In addition to that, Midhani also is having a very good support from the ISRO, because ISRO, when they started developing the materials in their initial stage, their entire R&D team has worked here, and based on that, so many developments took place. In addition to that, nuclear side, I say. Nuclear side also, if you see today, PFBR, that is in prototype fast breeder reactor in Kalpakam, the entire material development program was carried out in Midhani, and it was supplied to them. So like that, we have the history where, like missile DRDO cluster, we are in the missile cluster. Missile cluster, if you see Agni, Prithvi, then Astra, then Nag, Helena, Buddham, all missiles development started with the Midhani material only. So when the volume is increasing for those type of requirements, definitely we have our share and our business potential also is increasing. So it is not based on only one day, sir. It is almost over the period of time.
Yeah.
So that is I think I'll say one of our biggest strengths. So while working, we are also getting the support from these labs which I have mentioned. But the core team is the Mithani, equipment is Mithani, our team is innovative. We have you have the equipment development facility. We can also modify the equipment as per the customer requirement. We can make the equipment as per the customer requirement. There are many things which companies inherent in our thing, which probably we are different from the other computer, they have started now only. Probably they will also build up.
So Mithani has developed over the period more than 1,000 types of alloys for various applications. Okay, so that is the base. Now whatever the new alloys it is required, from the base, people are so confident and knowledgeable, and they can develop any alloy for any application. So that is what the biggest strength of Mithani, which no other people will have. They will have only over the period. But this is the base. It has started as a R&D institution, and it is, and there is a base, there is a major strength of Mithani.
That's what I told in one of my presentations from the laboratory, that our turnaround means getting success rate of Mithani alloy development is almost 100%. Give us any composition, any alloys, Mithani can manufacture in the one go only. So this is our the strength which Mithani is having.
So that's very encouraging. My last question is that for further technological development, are you getting support, continued support for any new inventions in R&D that they may have, which will speed up the process of your developments too? Or are you just self-dependent in progress in technology from here on?
No, technology cannot be ended. See, today we are developing material for MCA. MCA, the new program, and since it has come. So MCA is pioneered by DRDO. We are with the DRDO, GTRE, DMRL. We are working with the aero engine requirements for Adur in disk and all. So it is and some of the strategic programs for Indian Navy. All the things are going on. Now also I was trying to see some of the technological development. We are getting some TOT also is coming. So we have a very wide range, and many things are almost like a strategic in nature. The strategic one we are having, that part is totally different.
Okay, thank you so much. It was very helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Amit Dixit from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for taking my questions again. Maybe I'll keep in a few. The first one is that there was a very impressive order inflow in this quarter of 513 crores. Is it possible to break it up into different sub-segments like forms, etc.?
In Babu, last quarter, last quarter, I think the main one was aerospace, that is from HAL. We have got around 370 crores of order. That is for aerospace. And other one is coming from, we have also got from the DRDO, that is from the GTRE. Then also we have received from the DAE, so atomic energy. So some of this mixed order is there. But they are all very unique one, highly special one, I'll say. And many orders are the first of its kind. And if we are able to deliver it on time, we will have a recurring requirement, and not only for Mithani, it is a pride for the nation. Because aerospace order which we have received from HAL is very much required for our indigenization of our some of the fleets of Air Force.
Sir, what is this topic regarding? I mean, if you can explain a bit about it.
This is, I say, for the aerospace requirement.
Okay. Are there any other orders that we can expect in Q4? I know there is just 1 month left. How much order we have so far in Q4, and what do we expect until March?
Q4 में this quarter.
Q4
Q4 250 crores.
So far.
Mm.
Okay. That's helpful.
There is a potential that we'll get maybe after coming from the spillover from the next year.
Okay. Coming to the Rohtak Armor Factory and Whitefield Mill, so how much revenue we have booked from these two facilities in the last quarter, or even if you mention the 9 months, I mean, that would be fine.
In case of Whitefield Mill, order booking is how much? This financial year.
We could able to realize the engine to plate.
From there, order booking the plates, which we have in fact, backlog was there for ISRO. That we have completed extensively for this year from our plate mill. That was almost plates we have made supplied 120, 130. So around 150 plus 50, 200 crores, around 200, 250 crores. White plate mill.
Okay, and Armor Factory, sir?
Armor, we have the backlog of orders only, that only we are executing. First order in this financial year, so far we have got very few, maybe around 10, 15 crores only, 10 crores around. But we have the backlog of orders that we are come now, and one order is there which is already for negotiation, it is there. So that will not come so far. It will come maybe in a couple of months.
Yes, so at one point in time, sir, you mentioned that the revenue booking can be almost, 500 crores annually from both of these facilities individually. So where we are, I mean, in terms of run rate, and do you expect
which already I have told that this part almost we have done around 200 crores on Whitefield Mill. And for armor booking was, we have not taken the booking. In fact, there are some orders that are pending, but since we are not having the capability to execute those things, we have not taken. But it is this year you will be almost coming in that domain only, current financial year.
Okay. So you hinted it at the last answer, but just would like to extend it a bit more. In naval platforms in particular, we are seeing a lot of frigates, being built, even submarines. So naval platform, at least the execution process is going on significantly, and there are a few other orders on anvil. So what kind of, share we see, what kind of share we see from naval platforms, and how is it going to increase in the future?
Actually, once we talk about the naval has a submarine, there are two types. One submarine which is coming from the like France and all is coming directly, that everything is technology is coming and they are assembling by Mazagon. But another submarine which is strategic in nature by Indian Navy, which is a strategic platform. But there only we are working. But that submarine order quantity and all, we are not supposed to put in the public domain. So but we have I'll say that good potential is there, and they are also cyclic in nature. Once this one fleet is over, maybe go for the second one. So that program also has picked up. And that is the reason why in our revenue, once we are talking about the defense means covering a very good percentage from coming from the strategic platform.
Okay, got it, sir. Next question is, there was a thought about it when we visited the factory, we saw that, there was you had good plans to increase titanium capacity. So just to understand where we are there and what kind of capacity increment we can expect over the next 2 years.
Titanium, our order book has gone up substantially. Only thing is that there is a problem in the spawn supply. And that plant which you have seen, that also has already, initial trial already we have conducted with the steel. And now with the titanium also we have taken few melts. We are waiting for the spawn supply, which we have to import from the Kazakhstan. So that once the sponge is coming, we will start the melting also from that furnace. But furnace is almost ready for taking the melting. And once the furnace is started, it will have advantage of processing the titanium, and we can process up to 1,000 tons titanium we can process. Then we can go to that level.
Up to 1,000 tons, and this is contingent on, of course, the orders and everything else.
So today orders in titanium is not the issue. We are not able to execute the order because of the constraint in the supply of the sponge. So I see that market will have a good potential in the future. Next year we will get the good advantage of this.
Okay. So one last question I have, that is a data question. Maybe, if you could just let us know the contract assets and customer advances as on December end.
Contract means which contract?
Contract assets.
I didn't follow that. Contract, our orders are not like a contract. We are getting the purchase order, and it is that order we are getting regularly. That numbers will be running in the many numbers will be there in our book. Some order will be of maybe 5 crores, somebody from 1 crore, somebody from 20 crores. So that's that. Only the bulk one I am informing to as per our city guidelines, which is for HAL order we have already communicated to you. And maybe another earlier to that we got from L&T, that also we have communicated for ISO issue requirement. But other things are coming, and also some of the defense orders like more than 100 crores that we are communicating. But we get the many split orders.
And so one last time when we visited your factory, there was a thing that there are a lot of components within the engine that we can indigenize. And looking at the order and potential inflow for HAL, particularly for LCA Mark 1A at the time. So what kind of value add do we? Let us say the engine cost is X. So how much is our share in that at this point in time, and how much we are targeting, let us say, in next 4 to 5 years?
And that's why I told in the opening remark also, transformation of Midhani is there this year. Why I have told? Because many alloys we are developing targeting the aero engine only. And in case of aero engine, there will be extensive certification, extensive testing, extensive evaluation. We are passing through that phase. In that process, many equipments of latest state-of-the-art equipments already we have commissioned and doing a lot of testing and all. In addition to that, for aerospace requirement, as you talked about the HAL is not making the aero engine today, only they are doing the overhauling. In overhauling of the aero engine, already they are doing overhauling only for the ADUR, that is for the Jaguar aircraft. So that we have a regular supply now. For all the ADUR engine requirements, Midhani is supplying the critical components going to ADUR engines, which we are giving. And also for LCA now it is coming from the GE. So GE engine, once after this MOU, if the GE starts setting up the manufacturing in India, we are trying to see that how maximum alloys we can make within the country only. So far, the commitment has not come from them that they are going to take the alloys from from India, depending on the Indonesian content. But there is a move from our side that before they come here, whatever alloys they are using, we are supplying to their own, like US, US, we are giving some alloys now. And they are also trying to get the certification by certain S400 laboratories and all. So we are in this process. So that when they come in India, they should not say that, okay, Indian alloys or Indian industry is not capable. So on that side, we are working massively. It will be useful in the future. But on the Indian side, for LCA, India, still we have to wait for some time till the GE starts working. But for our own Indonesian program of Kaveri dry engine, already we have supplied a lot of material our Midani material has been used. Now those engines have been tested. They are working well. So that side is moving well on the side. No problem.
Okay, sir. Great. Thanks. That's it from my side. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to paucity of time, that was the last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Amit Dixit for his closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thanks everyone for attending the call this morning. And I would also like to thank the management for very patiently explaining to us the outlook and the prospects. I would like to invite Mr. Shah for closing remarks. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, I said that today, first of all, thank you all for giving support to Midani. And you know that we are a very multi-product type of company. So many ups and downs will come in between when you start taking the new forward. But you might have seen that our turnaround time also is very less. Because of that potential only we are able to survive. So many alloys which we have developed and exported to the different companies this year, and also our Indianization of our Indian requirement, has come in a very short time. So I really compliment my entire Midani team. My director of production also is sitting in front of me. All my marketing persons, finance persons, and company secretary. So because of an entire Midani team, it's a wonderful job people are doing here. Only thing is that the competition, there is a fear always in the mind of the people that how they will be able to survive in the future. What will be the fate of the company. This somewhat it is required also. Without that pressure you cannot perform. Without pressure if you become complacent then you cannot perform. So I see in the positive aspects that whatever we have the competition, and once people like you give the input and you ask the challenging questions, and then once you try to answer, we will see that which place we are having the weakness, and we will try to see that how we can increase our solve those type of things. But overall, we are moving towards a better future, and not only for the company, country as a whole, and we should feel that proud. And Midani also will be in fact, this is the one area which Midani is there for materials. If India takes the lead in that material side, then only we can say that we will become a Vishwaguru or developed country. Material is the core, I say, and we are addressing the core issue for the country. That type of feeling we are having once we are working today. Thank you.
Thank you, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of ICICI Securities, that concludes this conference. So thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.